4 generations of Veecks in baseball management and ownership in Chicago history.
It's pretty crazy. I think my dad and I were totaling it up, and it was over 100 years of baseball between the 4 of us. William Veeck with the Cubs. We've got Bill Veeck, my grandfather, obviously with the White Sox. Mike Veeck, my dad, and then Night Train Veeck, myself. We've got a lot of history there.
This world would be better if more people didn't take it too seriously.
Why is the name Veeck so prominent in baseball? All the innovations associated with the name. William Veeck Sr. not only built the present structure, the grandstand structure of Wrigley Field, but also started Ladies' Day and was the earliest supporter of widespread broadcasting of baseball. Bill Veeck speaks for himself. Baseball's Barnum. He integrated the American League with Larry Doby with the Cleveland Indians in 1947, and then he brought a lot of promotions and fun. The little guy, Eddie Gaedel in St. Louis, the Martians coming in to capture Louis Aparicio and Nellie Fox at Comiskey Park, all sorts of bread and circuses with the White Sox in his second ownership stint. Mike Veeck, working for his father, had the Disco Demolition Night. It was his idea. And it is the greatest promotion that totally went wrong in baseball history. And yet by going wrong, it was in the Veeck family album of things that are totally memorable. It's been celebrated ever since on all its anniversaries. Well, Mike Veeck learned from his father, certainly. He got himself involved in ownership of independent baseball, which is responsible for the building of new stadiums all over smaller cities in the country. And most recently, teamed with Bill Murray, and of course bring in his own son Night Train Veeck to run the Joliet Slammers that play in a very, very nice, relatively new ballpark in Joliet, Illinois.
It's a double-edged sword, Night Train, and being named. My dad saw Night Train Lane, played with the Detroit Lions, Hall of Fame defensive back, and I think he thought it was the coolest name on the planet, and he didn't want me to get picked last for any baseball teams. So it might have worked. It feels nice to be back in independent league baseball in a fun town. We want to be the front porch of the community and the front porch of Joliet, and that connection is strong now, and we aim to make that stronger and kind of earn that every day. I think Sox fans and Slammers fans are very similar. It's a blue-collar working town. Those are the kind of fans that we love, the blue-collar fans that work hard and want to come out and have some fun at the ballpark when they're done, bring their families and kids. We answer to ourselves, so to speak, which is a dangerous thing, so everybody should kind of watch out.
We had the chance to start here in Joliet back in 2002 with the Joliet Jackhammers back in those days, and played in this incredible stadium, a very active, engaged crowd and fan base. The very best part about independent baseball is there are no politics. We have professional players here, but I don't really care what round a guy was drafted in. I don't care what kind of signing bonus he got. We didn't have to pay it. And you play to win every night. Whereas minor league baseball is very developmental in nature. Ours is really based on, we want to win this game tonight and put a very competitive product on the field.
Bill Veeck ran his first ball club in 1941, the Milwaukee Brewers, the AAA ball club. He used those Milwaukee Brewers to test promotional ideas. Mike Veeck has continued that laboratory to be able to start different types of promotions, which is right out of the Veeck Handybook.
So promotions, we've got Swifty Night coming up this summer. AI takes over the ballpark night, and we're also going to have Field of Memes, which I'm personally pretty excited about. Disco Demolition kind of had some stuff that happened afterwards, so I'm probably going to stay away from that. Working with my dad, Mike, on this is really special. It's really special. We learned early and often, you only get one spin around on this thing, and to be able to have an opportunity like this is really wonderful. And I spent so many years in his ballparks and being there for him and maybe breaking a couple labor laws down the line. But to be able to do it together in this way is something that not a lot of people get, and that I'm very thankful for.
I think this is evidence of what I knew from the first time I was here. And since I have been back that these are, without question, White Sox fans, the greatest in the world.
I like to think that, you know, my grandfather's somewhere in the ballpark in the sky watching along with my sister.